Have you ever heard of a young shepherd who faced a giant with nothing but a sling and a stone? This is the story of David and Goliath. It's one of the most incredible narratives in the Bible. But what many people dare to realize is that this showdown goes far beyond a simple physical battle. It's a lesson about courage, faith, and how even the smallest among us can defeat the greatest enemies when we trust in something bigger. On a battlefield, where everyone was terrified, a boy with a fragile appearance stood up and did what no experienced soldier dared to do. But how was that possible? And what does this story have to teach us today, centuries later? It all starts on the battlefield between the Israelites and the Philistines. On one side, the army of Israel, led by King Saul. On the other, the Philistines, with their greatest weapon, Goliath. A gigantic warrior nearly 3 meters tall, armed from head to toe. For 40 days, Goliath challenged the Israelites to send a man to fight him. But no one dared to step forward till a young man named David, the youngest son of Jesse, came to the camp just to bring food to his soldier brothers. He wasn't a warrior, had no armor, no sword, but he had something no one else there seemed to have: unshakable faith in God. David was outraged to see everyone afraid of one man, no matter how big he was. He didn't see an invincible giant, but a challenge that needed to be faced. And he went to King Saul and said confidently, "I will go fight him." Saul tried to discourage him, saying he was just a boy. Still, David insisted. He told how he had already faced lions and bears to protect his sheep. And he said something powerful: "The same God who delivered me from the lion and the bear will deliver me from this Philistine." Faced with such confidence, Saul allowed it, and David walked onto the battlefield with only 5 stones in his sling. Goliath looked at David and laughed. He thought it was a joke to be challenged by someone so small with no sword, no shield, no armor. But what Goliath didn't know was that David was armed with something much more powerful: faith. And right there, in front of 2 armies, David said, "You come against me with sword, spear, and javelin. But I come against you in the name of the Lord of hosts." Then, with a quick and precise movement, David launched a stone with his sling. The stone flew and struck Goliath right in the forehead. The giant fell with a thud, and David ran, grabbed Goliath's own sword, and ended the battle. A boy defeated a giant. And at that moment, the Philistine army fled in panic. This epic story is not just about a brave boy and a massive warrior. It's about seeing through the eyes of faith, about not letting fear paralyze us, even when everything seems impossible. David didn't win because he was stronger. He won because he believed that God was bigger than any obstacle. This narrative is still told today because it holds an eternal truth. No matter how big your problem is, if you have courage and faith, you can overcome it. So next time life puts a Goliath in your path, remember David, and how a simple stone in the right hands can change an entire story.